Alrighty, and we are officially live. Hello everyone, Nerui here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Last time round, we got a surprising bit of Wild West in our Final Fantasy.
Yeah. What the... Nay, what the hell? Why you got a chocobo out?
Her time's almost done because remember, after last stream, I was going around doing some fates in order to get the riding speed increase.
Right. Well, luckily for you, Nay, actually got the riding speed increase in both this area and the last.
Excellent.
Yeah, so... and the next, sorry. Actually got the riding speed increase in the next area. Ended up just getting it because of just because of a lot of those, the duties in there are just, like, so high level. Being level 100 it's no challenge being able to do, you know... You can't use everything unless you're like... You know, you can't use everything if you scale down, so it's nice to actually use some of the high level skills on a duty once in a while, you know? Just to cut loose and practice.
Yeah, that does help. Yeah.
Which is why, personally, this one will be in the rank 3 in the next area.
Yeah, I still have a lot of grinding fates to do in some of the older areas to get them all up to rank 3.
Honestly, there is only one area in Dawntrail that we're not rank 3 in, other than Yoctel, and that's the final area. Because you have, after this, you have 2 more areas left to go, aside from the actual city hub, which is technically part of the next area, but it's locked off until you actually get that part of the quest. You'll understand when we get that.
Yep.
There is another area after that, though, in the expansion, but spoilers! You haven't gotten there yet.
Yep, so for now, let's get this cutscene trains and... well, literal train started.
Yep. Let's go! Nope, you just got teleported. Where did you teleport? Oh. What the hell?
A glorious grand machine indeed.
Sunfudge.
I hope Namika was able to secure a seat.
Huh?
Here she comes!
Oh.
Thanks to you, we managed to resume service much faster than anticipated. You have our gratitude.
Okay, that was just satisfying, just on the principle of me liking trains.
Ugh. You're such a big nerd.
There's nothing so enchanting as
Such
a
a train nerd.
cerulean-powered engine
Yeah.
in motion.
Again, I grew up as a railroad brat. My dad worked for a railroad. So I was kind
That's
of...
fair.
So,
Yeah, that is very fair. Honestly, to be fair, Thomas the Tank Engine, diesel antagonist, real life-sized one on an actual railroad track, fucking terrifying. Never forgiving Grandma for not. Yeah, never forgiving Grandma for that ever.
I mean,
So, at 5 years old, encountering the main antagonist of Thomas the Tank Engine.
I can grant
Face
you that.
first.
I mean, yeah. I mean, seeing life-size most Thomas characters would be great, but not fucking Diesel.
Yeah, and Grandma being of like, oh no, I want you to face your fears. He was 5 years old.
Oh.
You don't make a 5-year-old face fucking Diesel when it's life size.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Especially not when your great granddad, whom you are literally, whom your great granddad on, you know, who's the father of the very grandmother that is holding your hand, died to a train accident.
Oh no.
Yeah, which makes it really even more unfortunate because it was already aware of the incident that Grandma's father had unfortunately passed due to a mining cart incident.
Oh.
He was apparently he was a minecart train operator. He was trying to check his load and turned around while the train was moving. And, well, you can guess the rest. Not going to go into any details on stream, obviously, or in general.
Yeah.
Even if we weren't on stream, because it's pretty grisly, but you can imagine... Yeah, not pleasant. And having known that going in as a child, especially since it was the freaking York Railway Museum in England, where there was a bunch of Thomas characters, yeah, freaking seeing Diesel close up too, because it was at the right at the end of the track.
Yeah. If all I can think of to say is, if I were in a similar situation, I would prefer the likes of Percy or Toby.
Oh yeah, they actually did have Percy there. Or was it Toby? Wait, which one's number 2 again? The green one?
A green one, number 6, if I recall. That was Percy. Number number 2 was the blue Tundra engine, Edward.
Oh yeah. Wait, Toby was number 6? Yeah, it would have been Toby then. And maybe Edward. Can't remember.
Yeah, because number 7, if I recall correctly, Toby the tram engine. The
thing is, the actual face on the Diesel actually show accurate. Which made it even more frigging terrifying, because the actual entire model was show accurate. And life-size and functional.
Oh.
Yeah. Not something you won't know, because a 5-year-old too, and they're especially terrified.
Even Gordon would have been better than Diesel.
Absolutely. Like, when it was 5. That was when it was 5, and that has carried that for over 20 fucking years.
Oh my. That is just. I mean, I could see you at some point needing to face your fears, but sometimes that's the thing you have to build up to. You don't just push someone, especially a 5-year-old, into the deep end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ain't that the truth? Don't think I'll ever tire of watching them chugging along.
Yeah, carried that fear for nearly 30 years. Carried that trauma for nearly 30 years. It was an extremely traumatic experience.
She can go on and on and on.
For nearly 3 fucking decades. That
she'll
experience
be
is still
crossing the
traumatic to this
entire
day.
continent.
I was, yeah, it was not fun. Never forgave Grandma for that.
Railroads are a somewhat recent addition to Tyrrell. As it stands, we can only ferry folks as far as
Dude,
Yasolani.
you literally, it's a kid in their formative years. You don't force them to face their fear when it's literally the bad guy of a freaking children's show that is genuinely terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, something about not just his appearance and his attitude, but his theme music, especially if you factor in the Ringo Starr reading of it, and just how he had that just... that...
Yeah, it was especially... In England, we got the Ringo Starr version. We got the very, very English Ringo Starr version, which was very sinister, especially with the voice.
Yeah, because I ended up listening to more of Thomas with the Ringo Starr version than the George Carlin version.
Never heard that version, honestly.
I mean, he does a decent enough job, but part of me just can't quite separate out George Carlin, the guy who's one of his famous bits is the words you're not allowed to say on TV, reading and doing voices for Thomas and company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially Diesel. Ringo Starr just made him sound sinister.
Oh, absolutely. For a kid, that is, like, terrifying.
And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with. But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one day, our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream. Goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now, I expect the train will be nearing Yasolani. When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you better make them quick.
Not another one? You can't be serious.
Gods have mercy.
That does not look good.
What in the flying? What's happening? Oh, the train! Nitobekwe and the others!
My home lies that way as well.
We're going to investigate. Right now!
What in the world? Are they heading for Tuliolal?
Now comes your instance fight now.
Heavens forfend.
You're here. Good, good. They came from the sky and attacked without any warning. The people need our help.
Can you stand?
Try to remain
Wow, that
calm,
armor looks
everyone.
familiar, doesn't it?
What the?
I don't know what they are, but they're not men.
How horrifying.
Someone help me, please! Oh! Oh!
Bastard!
What the?
What did it just do?
Thank you.
Save the thanks. Just get to safety.
Jar Jar with the save.
I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace.
Quickly, before it's overrun.
Thank you, Bakul Jaja.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to taste my blade next?
that you should still live.
Zoralcha?
By the gods, what has happened to you?
This is your butchery, isn't it? After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
My demand is simple. The dissolution of Tuli Yolal and surrender of all its territories. Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
Have you gone mad?
No. My ambition remains unchanged. To teach the masses the folly of war, that they cry out for peace, and thus unite the world.
What has changed you so much, and in so short a time? To harm the very people you swore to serve? This is an unforgivable deed committed by my son! My son!
You have heard my ultimatum.
And you will have my answer. By my hands, I will end your madness.
Abad, wait! I should be the one to do this.
No. His sins are mine to bear.
Fear not. Ozoralja is strong. He has never been Father's equal in combat.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Farewell, Zoralja, my son. And forgive me.
Despite his old age, the mighty Lul Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed.
Lovely. An auto raise.
You retain the vitality of
Worse.
two souls, despite the passing of one. I shall even the odds.
Papa?
Even the blessed are mortal.
Father!
You are no match for me.
Murderer. On my honor, as vow of resolve, I'll make you pay!
So the once faint-hearted girl would live up to her title. Very well. If only to demonstrate the disparity between us, I give you a chance to prove yourself. Rally the entirety of your strength. Lay siege to my kingdom. Strike me down, like I did father. Then, will you be his worthy successor?
Sriracha, wait!
My warships will remain in your skies. When you fail to prove your worth, I shall order them to lay waste to Tuli Yolal. Choose your next steps wisely.
Right. Well, any respect I had for him is now completely gone.
Told you he was the main antagonist of the expansion. The true main antagonist. I mean, before all this, I could kind of maybe see where he was coming from with his motivations.
because, you know, those who didn't live through war just starting to call for it, not understanding the true horrors of it. Could just very well lead to a repeating cycle. But to purposefully chase after and seek out war just to make it so the people will learn to fear it again.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically damning your people in order to quote-unquote save them. Ugh.
Enough. I am beyond saving.
Father, please. You can't give up.
Are you there, oh friend?
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Look after my children.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. I've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want, it would be an honor.
You and I must go on another journey together someday.
Aye, you can count on it.
Oglamat. Kona.
Yes, Papa.
The graves of the Yokwi. You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
Please, Father, you must save their strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
Well, that was a lot back there.
Yeah.
Reminder why there's a reason why it's oftentimes a reason to panic whenever you see that alert. A lot of cutscenes about to play back to back in succession. Set aside enough time to view them all in their entirety. Yeah. Yeah. 2.55 is probably one of the crowning moments of, oh shit, that notification is popping up now.
What's popping up?
The warning for a bunch of cutscenes are about to play. It's the reason why things like 2.55 is one of the reasons why that notification popping up can bring about such dread in many Final Fantasy players.
True.
I get that there's no time for tears, but I also feel like at some point, Muklumat's definitely gonna need to stop and process. I mean, trying to think of it from her point of view. After just finally achieving her goal of becoming the Dawn Servant, having what could be considered one of the happiest moments of her life, everything just got turned upside down. Her brother has just turned into a warmongering traitor, killed her father, attacked her people, and is now threatening to eliminate them if she doesn't cave into his demands. I'd argue even the most resilient of soul would need at least a little bit of downtime to just process something that much happening in short succession.
Steady now. I've brought you medicine. Drink.
There you are, Lamachi. I was beginning to...
Come on. Come on. Take it. Please.
Lamachi. Lamachi!
How could I?
Look at me, Lamachi. You need rest. You and her both. I will tend to this soul.
But my people... I have to help them.
The Landsguard have matters well in hand. Trust in them. If there's another attack, your people will need you to protect them. They'll need you to be sharp. So please rest. Consider it your duty.
She's right. You can't protect much if you're running on yourself ragged.
I stood before them all. Said that we'd build a nation where everyone knows happiness. So much for that promise. What good is a vow of resolve who cannot save her people? You'll stick with me. Thank you. My head's a little clearer now. I need to concentrate on what I can do, rather than what I can't. We've dealt with unfriendly factions before. From Yokhui still longing for conquest, to adherents of blessed siblings, people who are unwilling to listen. Even so, I believe that by learning about one another and engaging in good faith, we could peacefully settle our differences. And we did. But my brother is different. There will be no reasoning with him. He killed our people, our father. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. What's more, he has power. The power to destroy the peace we've worked so hard to preserve. If I'm to protect that peace, then I must fight. I must confront Zorolja and kill him.
I just wonder, given that it sounds like we're going to be very close to coming up on the 97 dungeon, it also means that it should probably be getting close to the point to buckle down and do the role quests.
Best to do the level 97 dungeon first.
Yeah, it was more just asking, okay, since we're getting towards the 97 dungeons, it probably means we're probably going to be starting to get close to when that's going to need to be done, so a question of when's the best time to
No, the role quest is completely optional this time.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. Yeah. And they're not mandatory anymore. That's why they give you them so early on in Dawntrail, because they're optional and they're mostly meant to like expand the lore and whatnot.
Ah.
Thank you for coming, everyone. And thank you for taking charge in the relief effort. We would have fared far worse without you.
Someone had to do it, that's all. Come, let's take stock.
In terms of casualties, at least 50 died in the attack. And many times that number are wounded. All available healers are seen to their care. Structural damage at least is limited, so essential business can be conducted without issue. That said, the people are understandably shaken. We must assuage their fears and begin working to restore things to normal as quickly as possible.
Now, the most confounding mystery remains our enemy. And their mechanical soldiers created with technology that surpasses anything I've ever seen. What is their nature? And how did Zoralja manage to bring them under his command? Such things remain unknown.
They emerged from the dome encasing Yasolani. We're quite certain of that much.
Speaking of the dome, we have some theories, I'm told.
Indeed. I would like to call upon some helpers to join the discussion. May I invite them here?
By all means.
It's me. Permission has been granted. You can come in.
Greetings, everyone.
Now those are some faces I'm glad to see.
Of course.
Raha! Y'shtola! After that long voyage, I had hoped that we might be afforded a moment's rest, but I gather circumstances are quite dire.
All is well in the Annex, never fear. I've already dealt with the most pressing matters, and others hold the fort in my absence.
Following the changing of Dawn servants, Galul Jar Jar spoke about the Golden City to his two successors. Thanks to Wuglamat, I was allowed to attend that meeting. What I heard led me to conclude that this was a matter for the students. Thus did I call upon our comrades who possess the requisite expertise. It was actually after that the dome manifested. But, based on what we know, I have reason to believe that it is connected to the Golden City.
While we're eager to help, we have limited familiarity with the situation. Might we trouble you to explain from the beginning?
As you know, it was a letter I found tucked away in the Baldessian Annex that brought me to Tural. A letter from the Dawn servant addressed to my grandfather, sent some 20 years ago.
The request to investigate the City of Gold.
Indeed. The strange thing is, there was mention of neither Tural nor the city in our records. Hoping to learn the truth of my grandfather's mission, what he did and saw, I volunteered to help in the rite of succession. At the end of which, I was able to hear the tale from Galul Jar Jar. Like us, My grandfather went to the deepest chamber of the Sky Deep cenote. And, like us, he saw the gate to the Golden City.
Is that what you required our help with? This gate?
It was. You see, the gate was opened once in the past. And
it led to another reflection.
I can take the story from here. Considering my part in these affairs, I reckon maybe I'm best equipped to speak on the matter.
Well, you're still just jumping right to the apparently right conclusion and dropping a bit of a bombshell there.
I was there too, you see. In those ruins, together with Galuf and Galul Jaja. And what I saw that day, I'll never forget.
Alright, you tell everyone, I'll just take a little peek for myself.
So will Kryl. Unless you forget, Kryl also has the echo.
This black stone is remarkable. I cannot help but wonder if the structures in this part of the ruins were built by a completely different civilization.
It was over 1,000 years ago that the giants mined here. Their records make no mention of glowing stones.
It harbors high concentrations of ether, and on the surface are what appear to be arcane patterns. They aren't Allegan, or Mahi, or Nemean. If anything, they put me in mind of the calculations of the South Sea Islanders, but even then...
Seven hells! What did you do?
Nothing.
An earthquake?
None of this has ever happened before.
A void gate? Nay, this is different. Hold on. Why would you...
Now, what's this?
What is this? Who are you?
Though it never opened again, Galuf continued to study the gate for years after that, hoping to learn something of value. All he could conclude was that it was built with unknown technology, and that it led to another world, one apart from the Void. We'd assumed the ruins themselves were the Golden City, only to discover that the real prize actually lay beyond the gate, and beyond our reach. Couldn't make head nor tail of the artifact either. As it had similar properties to the black stone in the ruins, we were convinced it was important, so Galul Jaja took it to the palace for safekeeping. Galuf, meanwhile, took the baby with him back to Charlian and raised her as his own.
Then the child was...
The earring inside the letter to my grandfather. It was apparently found amongst my swaddling clothes.
If this is true, then it means that you hail from another reflection.
So it would seem. I still struggle to take it all in myself. Looking back, Grandfather was always quick to seek distractions whenever I broached the subject. But never would I have guessed anything like this. But enough about me. We have more pressing matters.
The forces that assailed Tuliolo. You suspect they are somehow connected to the Golden City?
Thinking back on it, the soldiers looked like they could have been made from the same black stone.
And leading them was Zeralja. His involvement also lends weight to the theory. On the day of the succession ceremony, a bandit took me unawares and knocked me out. When I came to, I found my home turned upside down, with a few particular items missing. Namely the keystones I was entrusted with, for my role as Watcher of the Gate.
The bandit? You believe that it was...
I only got a glimpse of him, but I was a blue-scaled Hubigo. I know of no other.
The artifact stored at the palace was also stolen. The thief struck during the ceremony, and the guard was spread thin.
So our assumption is Zoralja somehow opened that gate to another reflection, where he acquired advanced technology and his mechanical army.
It fits. And if he did, then it's also likely that the dome is a product of this unknown reflection.
Hold on. We've been going on and on about the reflections, but what of my home? What's become of it?
You chose the cheesy option, ain't I?
Indeed. Where it concerns other realities, I dare say the Scions are best suited to tackle the task.
I mean, it fits.
You can say that again. We've been to the literal edge of existence. Some mysterious giant dome shouldn't scare us.
As you know, our order has ostensibly disbanded. We'd thank you to be discreet about our unofficial reunion.
Huh. Worry not. We'll spare no effort to get to the bottom of this. And with our hero eager to help, you can be confident of the results.
I'm coming with you. If that's where my brother is, then that's where I must go. I can't say I understand everything you're discussing, but I know what I have to do. I have to put a stop to Zoralja and restore the people's happiness.
Suffice it to say, I share Lamachi's desire to join you. However, under these circumstances, it would be unwise for both vows to be absent from the city. As such, I shall remain in Tuliyollal. Come what may, I will protect our nation. So go forth, sister, and do what you must.
Thank you.
Damn it, we could have had some prime Kona
It may
action.
be prudent for us to likewise divide our forces. While one group ventures into the dome, the other keeps guard without.
And no one better take that out of context. Not get the wrong idea. Like, we could have had some excellent Kona character development. Not that he's had, like, you know, not that he hasn't had a huge amount over the trials, but damn it, we've had so much off the mark.
That we're prepared for the worst.
We need some more of Kona to balance it out, you know, in terms of just character presence.
I wish to go to the dome. As a student, I have an obligation to investigate this potential threat to the world. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not deathly curious about my origins. And then I want to learn it.
In that case, please let me come too. I have to see what's become of my home. I may not be a fighter, but I know those lands like the back of my hand. I can guide you.
If you hadn't offered, I would have asked. We're counting on you.
I'm not one for waiting around, so if it's all the same to you, I'll join the dome crew.
You should accompany them, Graha. I expect your knowledge and experience will be useful. In the meantime, I intend to learn what I can about the gate, and will keep you apprised of my findings. Pray do the same.
Assuming communication is possible from inside the dome, we'll maintain contact and share any developments.
It seems our teams are assembled. A fine roster, I think.
Looks good to me. We'll find a way to deal with the threat. For the sake of Tural.
It's truly heartening to have you at our side for this. Thank you, everyone.
It's kind of what we do.
Now, before we set off, there's one thing I need to do. The people are still shaken by the attack, and I'd like to reassure them as best I can.
Ow. Okay, so maybe miscounted the number of quests a bit.
Yeah, there are certainly a notable number.
Let's go You have three more to go after this one before you get to before you unlock Vanguard.
Hopefully it won't take too much longer.
Ugh. How about you don't waste time with the sightseeing?
It's a bit of a tick. If I see one I can easily reach, I run and grab it real quick.
You don't have time to be wasting and going off the beaten track.
Archie, are you all right?
Yes. Don't worry. I'm ready for it. Fear, sadness, and anger. Everything.
I am the reason to your resolve. But more than that, I am your brother. You needn't bear this burden alone. Remember this.
As you likely already know, my father, our former Dawn servant, lost his life in the recent attack. He challenged the enemy leader to a duel and fought with skill and valor, and for a moment we believed he had won. But wielding an unknown power, his foe returned from death and struck him down. I could only watch as this happened. I could not tarnish my father's honor by interfering. Many of you have suffered terribly. You've taken wounds. You've lost friends and family. As vow of resolve, I failed in my duty to protect you. Words can't express the shame and regret I feel. And as much as it pains me to reveal this, the enemy leader was none other than my brother Zorolcha.
Zorolcha? It's true! I saw him!
We believe he staged the attack from Yasulani, which has been encased within a mysterious dome. I know that you're concerned for your loved ones there as well. But mark my words, I won't let Zorolja torment us any further. Our father gave his life to protect our nation, and I'm prepared to do the same.
You say that, but those metal monstrosities are still up there in the sky. What are you going to do about them?
The enemy is still on our doorstep, and waiting for them to strike again accomplishes nothing. That's why we're going to strike first. We are going to take the battle straight to Zorolja and put an end to it all.
And while my sister sallies forth, I will take charge of the city's defenses. Not another soul will come to harm. We swear to you.
Like our father before us, we will lead with resolve and reason to restore peace to our nation. So please, have patience and faith.
So the resolve goes on the attack, while reason shores up the defenses. Sounds like a fine plan. Needless to say, you can count on my sword. Dural's my home, and I'll do my part for it. Hear, hear, brother. That makes two of us. Or was that two of we? Never mind that. What of the rest of you? Will you let others do the work? Or will you do your part and fight?
We fight! We fight! We're two Leolans because we're united! We'll stand with you and weather this storm!
He's right. This is our nation, and it falls to us to protect it.
We'll fight too! For Tuliolal!
Me too! Me too!
We're all together in this!
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
They're all just truly blind to the strength of his own nation.
We've already learned much about our foe, and we will continue to learn more. In time, we will have the means to make their warships fall from the sky. When we join hands with our countrymen and our allies from afar, we're stronger than we dare to hope. Together, let us show the enemy the might of Tuli Yolal.
You are the beating heart of our nation, each and every one of you. Uncertain days lie ahead, but for now, I ask you to persevere, to go about your lives as you always do. Only then can we ensure we have the resources to see our nation through these trials. And when the time comes, we will strike. Tuliyola will not fall. We will prevail, and peace and happiness will be ours again.
Ugh. Choo.
bringing in a whole armada just to rain down destruction on the whole of Tuliola.
Yeah. Darth Malak much? Also, Nate, you forgot to ping the last few times you did Knights of the Old Republic. But to be fair, the last thing you pinged it was asleep, because it was a late night that day. Oh, very late night. How about you get me a Knights of anyway?
Just arrived on Tatooine and got far enough to get best character.
Did you realize that you were literally hoarding credits for no reason?
No, not for no reason. I still have other things I need to save up for and buy.
Like what?
Various pieces of gear. I can bring up my notes so I can give you some specific names. And bring them up real quick. Let's see. As soon as they show up in the, because some of these vendors, especially the one on Yavin, can change depending on where in the store I'm at.
Never mind. Get on with it. You have 2 more quests to go before you got all aboard, which unlocks Vanguard. You're currently in Echelon Shadow. You have to stew putting plans into locomotion at a hot commodity before you do all aboard, which then unlocks Vanguard.
Sounds like Estinian's been by.
Hey, what the hell? You could have said you'd arrived.
Oh, I didn't notice you were
Not waiting.
I didn't realize you were that close. My bad.
Not waiting for you, bugger. Everything was so fucking quiet and zoned out. We started watching a YouTube video. It was so fucking bored. We need to talk over these damn cutscenes more, at least when they're not voiced.
Fair.
This is really not engaging.
Hmm.
I can only imagine what the audience is feeling.
Yeah.
Well, the viewership we do get, at least.
Yeah. I suppose one element was just me getting sucked into the story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lightning energies definitely matches, because the whole sky during that whole invasion gave me flashbacks to going in the fight against Rama.
Who?
You know, Rama, the primal of lightning.
Which one's that again?
Over in Sylph territory. The living beard.
Oh, him! Yeah. I thought his name was Ramul or something.
Ramu, however it's pronounced. These boys again.
God. Gordon Bennett.
Right. I'm actually with the Wuklamot on this one. Let's break in and go loud. Others talking about trying to find a way to get into the this little fortress that leads inside the dome undetected. I'm definitely agreeing with Wuklamot. Let's go in. Let's go loud and make it showy.
What you talking about again? You kind of zoned out.
Breaking into the dome.
This shows how much it's paying it. The fact that it's zoning out this bad shows how much you're losing its attention now. And if it's zoning out this bad, how badly is the audience gonna be zoning out? We need to be engaging with them more. Which we need a fucking audience first, fortunately. Do not have that many to rush. It is unfortunate.
Yeah, that's right, you guys. You can always rebuild when all is said and done. Alright, you guys, enough talking. Let's get this train rolling. Good luck with your bit, Ishtola. And time for us to engineer things so we can really knock hard on the door.
What's your current quest now?
Putting things in locomotion.
Yep, there's... yep, this quest, then one more... Oh, wait, hold on. Yep, there is one... There's this, then the next. You're almost there, Nay! Where are you going?
Going to the next quest marker.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, looks like we got a plan in place to armor up the train. Okay, next spot's right over here. Okay, so next stop we head back to the springs. Oh, it looks like the last non-main story quest for Aether Crest has popped up, so I can pick that one up later. So I'm gonna pop over there real quick. Alright, gotta head to the south a bit now. Come on, give me the things I need for those fire crystals. There we go.
Took you long enough. Where do you think you're going?
To speak to the quest giver and
You forgot some of the major element about teamwork, didn't you?
Alright, looks like next stop's back up at the train station.
Is this the correct direction?
Yep, just a little bit more Yeah, it was pretty much going straight.
Well, that's a first.
Okay, now stop. Now I have to head to the front end of the train station. Yep, this is just a little bit further south, and we're more or less here. It's just on the other side. Looks like all the helping hands have arrived. Ooh, those are some nice tunes. I can't remember the last time we've had a montage quite like this in the game.
What the fuck?
Hmm?
You just got teleported, eh?
Must have moved me over to where the turn-in was. Alright, all aboard. Okay, designated location right here. Roll that train out. Let's see what it looks like. And head on out to make some noise.
Right, we're just about done with the modifications, but I have to stress that we cannot afford a test run.
It's fine. We understand and accept the risks. We have faith in you and your craft. I'm sure everything will go to plan. With all the hard work everyone's put in, it couldn't be otherwise.
Finished at last! Behold, the pinnacle of locomotive engineering, the Dawn Blazer.
I also feel like we've constructed a facsimile of the Doom train.
Pretty much.
Amazing!
Yep, she's been fitted with wooden armor and a crystal grounding rod to mitigate the effects of lightning. Naturally, we had to overhaul the engine so it could handle the extra weight.
I also had her outfitted with etheric cannons, the better to contend with enemy forces. And as they're modeled upon those used at the Crystarium, I can attest to their potency.
So, what do you reckon? Given the tight turnaround, I'd say we did a damn good job. Glad she's to your liking. I hate to let go of such a beautiful piece of machinery, but I know you'll give her a proper send-off for us.
At the risk of spoiling the mood, we should probably get moving.
Yep, you won't get far if you let them pummel you from the air, but you'll be safe enough once you reach the tunnel.
So basically, we can go. We can take this train and Star Fox their asses.
Oh, that's supposed to be
In
nice.
that case, I will conceal the train
You ever play Star
with a
Fox
spell
64?
once everyone is on board.
Remember the train on Macbeth? Especially if you manage to hit all the switches.
No, never played Star Fox before, no.
Oh. I'll try and bring up a vid of that to show you after the stream, because that is, for me at least, one of those core memory moments.
It should last long enough.
Never
for us
actually
to
had
reach
an
the tunnel
N64. That was a
unnoticed.
friend's console. The
Ah.
PlayStation, a PC kid.
Right. So everyone, are we ready?
And even though you were apparently a train brat, you never played the Lego game Lego Loco. No, Lego Locomotive.
Yeah, never heard of it before.
It's literally one of the earliest Lego games! It's one of the Lego media titles that literally had the
done
Lego
all we
studs on the
can.
box.
Rest is up to you.
Like functional Lego studs on the CD case that you could use to click together with the other Lego game CD cases. A feature they discontinued, unfortunately. So it was done with all the original casing, all the original cases, all the way up to Lego Island 2. Actually, they didn't do it for Lego Island 1, but they did it for every Lego game after that, all the way up to Lego Island 2.
I think the first Lego game I ever played was the original Lego Star Wars.
Ah, no! No, you're saying you never played Rock Raiders?
Mm-mm.
You've never played Alpha Team, you never played Lego Creator?
Nope.
Never played Lego Red Knights Kingdom? You never played Lego Chess?
I have not.
At this speed, we should arrive at the dome in no time at all.
But not before we're spotted, I expect. Stay alert!
You never played Lego Racers?
Here we go.
Stand fast, everyone!
Missed out on so much.
Apparently I did. And judging by the comments in chat, I have a feeling Carl may try to seek to amend that a bit at some point.
Like, the original Lego Star Wars, the video game, was cool and all, but that was the first of the Traveler's Tales game. They're very formulaic. Like, the other games were way more unique. Like, God, you never played the original Lego Island. That is like, they won't even run on modern consoles. It's so old now. Damn.
Erinville, I need you to take over for me.
Honestly, cutscene me is a much better shot than I would be at trying to hit things on a moving train. Knock, knock!
Oh, that was too close. Still alive, Erinville?
Mostly.
At last, the enemy stronghold. We should hurry before they can regroup.
Let's go and find out what's inside.
Come on, let me have it. Bingo! Alright, I'm free of the cutscene. Now, while we wait for the duty finder to pop, there's one thing.
What do you plan on doing?
Well, for starters, there's one thing I've not done for the previous area that I can still do, which would be a rather quick one. I still need to go and seek out the corn servant.
That would be unwise.
Really?
With the amount of time it would take, yeah. Besides, he's in, he is in the third area. Sorry, no, he's in second. He is in
I was able to find one here, though. Find him here in this very location.
Yep, yeah, you'll find him though.
Let's see.
Yeah, you'll find him in what's it?
The
He's in the north. It is northmost one. You'll see him. You'll know him, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And Jameson Trader.
Yep, I found him right here. Tastes like home.
Ugh, get it there right. Damn it. Get it there, getting around. Oh crap! That wasn't the tension at all. There we go. Never anything satisfying as that.
Yeah, scrolling over some of the quests on the map, and I see one another one of those fun ones labeled "Snakes on a Train" line.
Snakes on a train, did you say?
Yep, that's one. That's apparently the name of one of the quests that's a side quest that's out here.
Snakes on a train.
I'll pick this up while I'm here. At the very least, it's something to keep this little side quest here. Is something to keep going while waiting for the duty finder to pop.
We are above DPS, so it might take a while. Not going in Vanguard as a tank. Not again. We go in as healer, but yeah, a little out of practice, you know.
Ah, that's fair. That's fair.
To be fair, I don't really get much opportunity to play FF14 outside of streaming. Again, you know, as mentioned last time and as mentioned frequently, kind of burned out on just like playing the game in general. Also been on a bit of a Skyrim binge lately, so.
That's fair. I mean, even if you really truly enjoy a game, you still need to take breaks from it every so often.
Thing is, haven't even completed the MSQ recently.
I mean,
that and just, you know, life has been bleh.
Yeah. I mean, for example, as much as I've in the past enjoyed playing Destiny, I've been pretty largely and majorly burned out on that one for a while.
Ugh, Destiny is way too grindy. Very easy to burn out, honestly. Especially the fact that every expansion and every update, really, every major update, it just basically adds more grind. Ugh, no, every season adds a new level of the grind. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Especially since it seems like ever since the final shape, it's the amount of content to do has been getting more and more sporadic, especially since it seems like Bungie's been going a more all hands on marathon and just not been giving Destiny as much. I mean, there's a lot more that can be said of that, but I don't want to open that can of worms.
Wise choice.
I mean, lately, one of my biggest kicks, as you probably noticed, with all the stuff we've been streaming, adding in basically 3 more stream days from what's been the usual stream sessions. Been on a bit of a Star Wars kick as of late.
Very fair.
Yeah, looking for the next KOTOR one, because we finally have best character unlocked.
You will note that HK-47 is Darkside.
Yes.
Very firmly. Darkside.
Alright, and finally got flying unlocked for this area.
No one is queuing as freaking healer today. Jeez. What tank for the matter? Fuck. Yay. How hard is it to find a tank and a healer? Frickin' hell. Like, Vanguard is not that hard to find tanks and healers for. It's in the damn leveling rotation. Technically. Or maybe it's in the high level rotation. Whatever, it's in the rotation. It's literally in the duty finder rotation. Well now, this is a surprise. Down boy.
There we go.
Perfectly timed. Was just about to start a fate too. Shit. Let's do this.
We knocked, doors open. So let's make ourselves at home.
Ready to dance?
Let's do it.
Move, move, move! Uh-oh. Incoming! First boss, here we come. Charming, isn't it? Go! Get out! Out of the circle!
Thanks for the warning.
He's gonna reverse version of that attack too, where if he does the other where if the indicates the opposite side of the blade, he'll attack the outside. And here it comes. Yeah, his wing blade's attacking the outside this time. There we go. See? That is a nasty attack. Uh-oh, not this time. Oh, this is good. No crap. Aye! Always, every time with those. Oh, what is that? Move, move, move! Uh-oh.
Oh, crap.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, it's a two-stage. Lovely, isn't it? Get the electro wave incoming! Out! It is technically possible to not actually go outside, but you need to actually time that right. As I hear. Eat that, jackass. Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, this is what I could probably start greeting stuff regularly here, because this is probably the stuff that's going to be actual upgrades for my other jobs. Meaningful upgrades.
Oh crap. Yeah, great, this guy.
That's a lot of things to dodge.
Just keep moving. And don't walk into the electric walls. Yep, that was painful. Razor. Shit! Don't move. Oh, do move, but don't be moving when that timer hits 0. Everybody stack up. Didn't even die once.
Okay, this place is definitely pretty cool looking.
Right? Yeah, great. This asshole. Good stuff on him just yet. Oh, shit. Got her!
Okay, that definitely feels too easy.
Here comes the second phase. And this is why it's called the snake skinner. Now you can use your most powerful attacks. Crap, the system has been rigged on for jump! Tricky attack, that.
Yeah, definitely a real tricky one.
Bitch. Alright, you're going down! Finally got to deliver the final blow with the limit break. And a one-liner. Always a plus. Actually got to deliver a limit break finisher with a one-liner. Very nice. Usually it would be, eat this! But, you know. It would be usually something like that, but you know, no, yeah.
What greeted us was not the home that I had left
That
behind.
would usually be for a melee. Yeah, it didn't really fit.
There was no mistaking we
And
had reached
unfortunately, the one-liner
Yasulani.
could have used some work, but you know, it's
And
like,
yet-
eh. Out of practice.
It was wholly unlike my memories.
And usually,
The lands of my childhood had changed beyond
honestly,
imagining.
it didn't feel right. That guy is annoying.
To where had I returned? We tread on. The darkened skies above a mirror to my heart,
Let's remember to
clouded with fear and uncertainty.
Oh, I just realized it perfect. What could have been perfect.
This cannot be Yasulani, can it?
No, that would have been perfect for tier 3, actually. For level 3, actually. That would have been brilliant. It's super
So, heritage found, huh?
What now?
Heritage found, huh?
Oh, yes. That's what this area is called. Told you about it last stream. Not last FF14 stream, not last stream. And luckily for you...
The land of Levin. Again, some of the echoes to dealing with Ramu is just coming right on back.
Not quite. In fact, you're probably getting the wrong impression. After all, we're not dealing with tempering ourselves here. We're dealing with something quite different. Ahem. Destination.
A little bit north, then stop straight down.
Straight down?
Yep.
Like right here?
Yep. Technically a little bit further to the south, but yeah, we can fight our way through these things.
Good. Because I can get a load of this! Yes! Been itching to say that. Unfortunately, fucked the delivery because the fucking thing fucked off. Because someone. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, got a gold.
Lovely.
That's one for the shared fates.
Now then, where is your destination?
Right here.
Right there? Very well. We'll take down this thing currently. You have your conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We'll dance with the locals.
All right. Next stop is over at the station, right over next to the Aetherite.
You're right. And yes, this is at full mount speed, because mount speed is actually available. It has been upgraded in this area.
Yeah. I believe the flight mount speed is still the fastest. It's just that the mount speed upgrade applies to when you're on the ground.
Nah, it's definitely faster. Definitely faster in the air, too. Noticeably faster in the air. Knock, knock. And
okay, so considering just how old and run down this is looking, my current running theory is going to be some kind of displacement.
you're talking about time displacement?
If not temporal, then spatial.
Both. You were correct. It is actually indeed both. But yes, there is a bit of temporal displacement going on. Somewhat. And spatial. But you'll understand soon enough. There we go. All systems, full power!
gotta head north and down a bit.
North and down a bit?
Mm-hmm. Yep, we're just about... We're directly above.
Right here?
Back a little. Just above on top of the cliff.
Here?
Yep.
Oh, you want to play, do you? Then get a load of this! Wanted to say that with the proper gravitas.
Alright, next spot.
I now had that chance.
Yep, next spot looks to be over at that lightning rod over there.
Alright. It's not really a lightning rod, it's more a
Or at least that's what Graha is referring to it as.
yeah, Oh, don't run. Too easy.
Yep. Alright, next up we gotta head to a village to the north.
Oh, village to the north?
Mm-hmm.
Hop on. Village, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Which village?
I'm guessing what should have been Aaronville's home place, so... We're coming up on it
This
now.
one?
Yep, right here. We're good.
There should be only village, yes?
Yep.
Yep. Ah. Love mission.
My home. It's in ruins. But why? What happened here? And where is everyone?
I had a look in a few of the other houses, but they had clearly been abandoned.
Damn it all. None of this makes sense.
Excuse me? Are you looking for someone? I apologize for giving you a fright. However, I did have reason to keep to the shadows. Sriracha has told me a great deal about you.
Sorolcha?
Greetings, and welcome to the realm of Alexandria.
Alexandria?
What?
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
That's one of the big kingdoms in Final Fantasy IX.
Yeah,
And they're playing Final Fantasy IX music at that.
Queen of Reason?
If you are the Queen of Reason, is there perhaps a...
Yes, if you mean to ask if there is a King of Resolve. Zorulja holds that title, and together do we reign.
Then you're both behind the attack on Tuliyollal.
And I doubt you're here to offer us a warm reception.
No, you have it all wrong. I am not come to fight. Zorulja rules alongside me, but that is a matter of expedience. In truth, we are at odds, he and I. It is at considerable risk to myself and my people that I come before you to beg your aid.
Our aid? I'll admit I cannot imagine King Zorolja is keen to share and share alike. But if what you say is true, you're still the queen.
Indeed. But I was once the sole ruler of Alexandria. Until one day, he appeared, bent on conquest. In my weakness, I feared his power. So I persuaded him to forego violence and strike a bargain. I would remain queen, and he would receive technology that would empower him to achieve even loftier ambitions, along with the knowledge to use it. A gamble, to be sure, but if it might spare my people...
If I may, the dome surrounding these lands was erected but recently. How is it he was able to not only invade, but instate a new system of leadership in a mere matter of days?
I've never heard of your realm. And this place is, or at least was, Yassolani. The house I grew up in is still here. But 3 years ago, that tower and these strange contrivances weren't. Nor was our village in ruins. Where did you come from? And what happened to the people who lived here? You must know!
I realize how confusing this all must be. Truth be told, I don't fully understand it myself. What I can say is that one day, people from your Tuliyollal suddenly appeared here in Alexandria. Or perhaps it was we who found ourselves in Tuliyollal. Until but recently, we were completely unaware of events taking place beyond the barrier surrounding our realm.
Does this not remind you of the Crystal Tower? How after the 8th Umbral Calamity, we devised a means to transport the Spire across time and space from the source unto the First. Granted, this is on a much larger scale, if that is indeed what has happened. Not only the people and structures, but also the surrounding environment. Regardless, the people of Lakeland perceived the arrival of the Crystal Tower much as the Queen describes her own experience. Sudden and inexplicable.
Well then, you appear to have a better grasp of our circumstances than we do. Indeed, more than I dared hope. In which case, a closer examination of the effects of this phenomenon may afford us more insights. Allow me to take you to the outskirts. A number of the Shatona live there as well. Perhaps your acquaintances are among them.
Hold on. If we accept, there's no guarantee we're not walking into a trap.
But if we're to defeat Zorolja, we need to understand how he grew so strong.
You're right.
Queen Sphene, before we go, Your Majesty, I have to ask, did you really have nothing to do with the attack on Tulihyolal?
Noble Wook Lamart, shall we dispense with the formalities? I'll not deny the soldiers and airships that attacked your people are products of Alexandria. But it was Zorolja, not we, who fashioned them into weapons of war and laid siege to Tuliolal.
So he alone is to blame.
No, I may not have prosecuted this war, but I nevertheless bear responsibility for it.
Perhaps. I know next to nothing about you, let alone what you've been through. So by all means, show us around. I think we'll learn a lot from meeting your people.
Wonderful! If you would follow me. Is that concern or suspicion? If things should take a turn for the worse, might I call upon your aid?
Wouldn't be the first time I've raised up my blades in defense of a world not my own.
You do strike me as the most capable here.
And the Queen does seem to have a good eye.
Shit.
Ah. Yeah, it teleported me. Okay, looks like next spot's to the northwest.
Where exactly?
We're right on top of it.
How right on top we talking?
Literally, you're right above and to the side of. looks like next spot is right outside the village. So, yeah, a bit more to the northwest. Probably right outside the entrance. Yep.
Yeah, you mean?
No, so they're around the far end of the bridge. Yep, right there.
Here we are. Though you'll doubtless find much of what you see in Alexandria strange, the traditional agriculture practiced in this village at least should be familiar.
Queen Sphene? What business brings her here, I wonder?
The Queen has come!
You look well, Paquine. And Katonye, I see you've already taken to your new position.
When she introduced herself as queen, I was expecting someone colder. Honestly, she reminds me of you, Lamachi.
Me?
It's only natural for a ruler to love her people. And I seek to know them as best I can, even the most trifling details.
The more you come to know them, the more you grow to love them. Who they are and what they've built.
That's it. Beautifully put.
And it would appear that she is well loved in turn.
Your Majesty, you honor us with your presence. And who are these fine people?
Tuliola's vow of resolve Wook Lamart and her companions. They come from beyond the barrier, but you needn't worry. They are good people and are to be treated as my honored guests.
The rumors of a link to the outside are true, then. Wook Lamont is still so young. Where are my manners? I am Popone, a leader of sorts of the people living out here.
Popone? That is a Tonawautan ring to it.
Right you are. I take it you hail from this region as well? Teshpiani, perhaps?
Yes, I do. I don't suppose you know a woman by the name of Kafkiwa?
Kafkiwa? I'm afraid I'm not sure if I've ever met someone with that name.
Oh. Mother isn't here. But it's a relief to know at least some of the people of Yasolani are alive and well.
Your mother, you say? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance.
You know my mother?
I do. Yes.
Then tell me, please, where is she?
I cannot say. Not here, but I promise I will in due time.
I have a question, Pepone. Do you recall what happened the day the dome first appeared?
The barrier? Well, I remember fixing a shelf that had collapsed after a terrible earthquake. Then the ground began to tremble. There was a brilliant flash of light, and then... Forgive me, my recollection of it all is rather poor.
You needn't push yourself, Pepone. After 30 years, no one could blame you for not remembering.
30 years? As in 30 years in the past?
Absurd though it may sound, there is no doubt in my mind the events that led to the joining of our lands occurred 30 years ago. Which is not to say I understand why our perceptions of the intervening time are so radically different. We only just became aware of the discrepancy when Zoralja's military base was completed, and we were at last able to venture beyond the barrier.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
"30 years. Little wonder Zoralja assumed our father had already passed away.
It's not unlike how time passes differently in the First and the Source. The fluctuating space of the rift between them disrupting temporal equivalence. Perhaps the same holds true here, and time flowed faster within the dome. I cannot say for certain, but I strongly suspect that to be the case.
So we're definitely dealing with another piece of a reflection that has a temporal discrepancy of about at least 3 to 1.
And based on the Queen's account, this encampment may have come to serve as a physical bridge between the two planes, after which the dome was forced into the Source's temporal flow.
Yep. Specifically, this reflection is the 9th.
If we're to be certain of anything, we
As
need
we
more
will soon
information.
Considering Alexandria, of course it's the 9th.
Sphene, would it be all right if we had a look around and spoke with the
Different
townspeople?
Alexandria, no.
I mean, hearing the name and the mention of Alexandria, it's hard not to make the connection.
By all means.
You make a lot more connections as things go on. Especially regarding Spain.
Time to see what we can see of Alexandria, then.
And its people. I may yet find familiar faces among the survivors from Yasolani.
Even if I don't understand the half of it, I would learn more of this place before we confront Zoralja.
Perhaps you'd care to see how we make our living. Though we have always prided ourselves on the use of traditional Tonawatan farming methods, the use of electro-fueled technologies has led to countless agricultural innovations.
I would join you as well.
Ma'am, please, you needn't trouble yourself.
It's no trouble at all. And I promise not to cause any manner of distraction.
Reassuring words, or they would be had I not heard them countless times before. Very well, but do be careful.
Of course. I shall
I'm
proceed with the
particularly curious about
utmost
these
care.
headpieces they all seem to be wearing.
Now then, if you two would follow
You'll
me,
find out what
we
those
can
are soon
begin the
enough.
tour.
I can't say that I trust her yet, but I trust that her affection for these people is genuine. And that's enough for me.
Alright. Let's attune to the Aetherite. Turn in the quest.
Oh dear. Anyway, now looks like we're looks is probably a good time to call it actually.
I was thinking,
About 3.5
yeah, I was thinking about that too. So yeah.
But yeah, you mentioned the Doom Train earlier, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did.
Yeah, the funny story.
Oh dear.
We're not spoiling anything, but apparently, well, you'll see.
Right. So yeah.
By the time it becomes relevant, you'll have forgotten about it, probably.
Probably. Well, I'd say we made some good progress. Managed to get through the level 97 dungeon, and we're in the 5th area. Yeah, if we can keep chugging along at it, we should get to the end of the baseline Dawntrail before too much longer.
Yeah, you got like, let's see, Down to Life, which is the current one. And you got, after that you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left for the level 96, 97, 18 for 98, 99, 7 for level 100, before you hit the first batch.
Mm-hmm.
So you are getting pretty close to the end of Dawntrail, yeah. However, you are not even anywhere close to the post-Mincener. Post-Dawntrail Mincener.
Mm-hmm. Right now, the first goal is getting to the end of the main MSQ. Then we can worry about the post-patch MSQ.
Yeah, we're currently on patch 7.4.
I think if we keep up this pace, we'll be all caught up before the next expansion gets released.
Possibly. It is indeed possible.
Excellent.
But before then, going to head on ahead to Solution 9. That's the city off yonder in the distance.
Hmm. And once again, very Final Fantasy IX themed, because Solution 9 is one of Zidane's limit breaks.
Hey. You'll not be associating it with a limit break for much longer. You'll be associating it just with the city.
Well, with that, we are going to wrap things up for now. So, thanks again, as always, Sarah, for joining me for this. It's been fun.
Of course, of course. Also, Solution 9 is a city where you'll be able to unlock the hover bike thingy.
Excellent. Probably gonna need to save up to get to that point, though.
Yeah, you'll need at least 8 million to be able to buy it.
Yeah, I'm a ways off of that. Might have to get into some work on the market boards to try and earn some gil to get that much.
True.
Which means I have to be putting my crafters and gatherers through their paces in order to get materials that I can, farm materials that I can sell.
Yeah, Solution 9 is basically the final. Is basically basically think of it as like the Think of it as like the Rods at Han of this expansion. Essentially, it's like the main the main city area of the expansion. Aside from Tulialal, obviously, and it's basically the main hub of this area, and also at the same time the endgame area. So whereas Tulialal is basically the what do you call it, thingy. Well, Tulialal is basically the Sharlayan of Dawntrail. Solution 9 is essentially the Rods at Han of Dawntrail, if you want to make a direct comparison.
Fair. Kind of similar,
Since,
similar enough to...
It doesn't, Solution 9 does not actually have... Solution 9 and TDLL don't actually have housing. They are basically the equivalents of those places.
Yeah.
Because this is where you get your endgame gear, and is also the main city area that we'll be using from now on.
So to extend a little bit farther, the difference between the Crystarium and Yulmore.
Pretty much, yes.
Oh.
Except Solution 9 has more involvement in the quest line than Yulmore did, because Yulmore was just like an endgame area. It didn't really get much quest involvement. This one actually has direct involvement in the main quest, a lot more direct involvement in the main quest line than Yulmore did. Much more in the line than Rods at Han, but we actually will have like instances, like instance combat and such. Whereas Yulmore we didn't. Yulmore was basically the prototype for that kind of model of adding like a second main city area.
I see. First,
because we mostly focused on the Crystarium. Because with in Shadowbringers we mostly focused on the Crystarium even after we unlocked access to Yulmore. Whereas with Endwalker we mostly focused we gave kind of an equalish focus to Sharlayan and Rods at Han. This one is more in line with Endwalker's use of Sharlayan and Rods at Han for Tulialal and Solution 9.
We'll see if we're
especially noticeable in post-patch.
Yeah, we'll see if I'm able to get all up to Solution 9 next time round then.
You should be. It's basically going to be the main, like... Honestly, it will be the main kind of, like, hub area for the next set of... But basically, now that you're in... like, Heritage Found, you should be able to unlock Solution 9 pretty quickly.
Right. But until then, thank you everyone who came by to watch. Hope you all had a good time, and until the next one, take care now. Bye-bye!